Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into one of the most dramatic and politically charged moments to hit the National Assembly recently, and believe me, this one is going to keep you on the edge of your seat. The scene was tense, the words were sharp, and the stakes could not have been higher. We are talking about the fiery exchange involving Julius Malema, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, addressing the ANC representatives during a parliamentary session that had everyone talking. The central point of Malema's confrontation revolves around the appearance of Mkhwanazi before a critical parliamentary committee. Malema didn't hold back in accusing certain ANC members of deliberately avoiding accountability.
General
According to
Mkhwanazi,
him,
therefore
if
we
left
can't
to their own
subpoena.
devices,
We must not
Mkhwanazi would
subpoena
never have
because it's
set foot before the
undesirable,
committee.
but it's desirable for other
This is a
people to
direct
subpoena.
allegation that
It's
points to a
irrational.
broader
It's
culture within some corners
unreasonable.
of the ANC,
So
where
the
accountability
reality
seems
is
optional,
that, and I'm
and
doing
political
this deliberately
expediency is
because
the
I
order of
know
the
you are
day.
scared for Mkhwanazi
Now,
to
let's
come and
unpack
appear
why
before
this
that
is so
committee.
significant.
And if it was
In South
of your
African
own
politics,
making, Mkhwanazi was not
parliamentary
going to appear
committees are
before that
supposed to serve as
committee.
the backbone
So
of
you are
accountability.
playing with the public. You
They are meant to
established a committee,
investigate,
creating an
interrogate,
impression
and
that you are
ensure
doing
that those
something
in
when you are
positions of
doing
power are
nothing.
answerable
You
to
are
the
busy
public.
over nothing.
But when
So the reality
politicians
of the
try to
situation is that
manipulate or
you don't want
circumvent these
Mkhwanazi.
committees,
And even
it doesn't
when
just
that time
undermine
comes,
parliamentary
you are going to
procedure,
start
it
other
erodes public
excuses.
trust.
There is nothing that
Malema's
stops
statement
Mkhwanazi
about
from
playing
coming
with
to
the
us.
public
You have
is a
now
stark
created an
reminder that
impression
political
that this
maneuvering has
commission
real
is bigger
consequences,
than
and
us.
citizens are
And
watching
we as
closely.
parliament must be going to the
Interestingly,
commission.
this isn't just a case
The
of
commission
fiery
people
rhetoric.
never say, let's go to
Malema's
parliament to hear what that
accusation hints
parliament
at
is
a
saying.
much deeper
But
problem
because
within
you
the
are
governing
scared,
party.
you feel so
There's a
inferior.
growing
You don't
perception
know
that
what you
certain
are doing. You
individuals
want
within the
to be
ANC
taken with the
prioritize
commission because
protecting
you can't
political
stand on
allies
your
over
own.
upholding
So we maintain
transparency.
that
The committee's
Mkhwanazi
role is
must
to
be
examine
subpoenaed.
actions,
And a
decisions,
person who
and
doesn't appear
conduct.
before your committee
Yet, when
won't say to
political
you, I want to appear
interference
before your
threatens
committee,
this
hey,
process, the
and
system
I'm
itself becomes
defying.
a tool for
Where have
shielding
we ever
wrongdoing
had
rather than
that? They are
exposing
going to
it.
give you all manner of
Malema's
reasons, and one
outburst
of the reasons
highlights
is
the
the reason
tension
we're given.
between
No, I'm
oversight
busy
and
with these other
political
people.
loyalty,
A
a
person
tension that
postpones
has been
you,
simmering in the background for years.
postpones you
Let's
without a
also
date of a
consider the wider
commission, and I
implications for
agree to
governance
appear
in South
to a
Africa.
commission which does not have a
When
date.
committee
It only announced
appearances
the
are
date
forced or
few
coerced,
days
it
ago.
sends a message to the
And you
public
accept
that
that as being
accountability is
reasonable.
negotiable.
And you accept that
Citizens
it's not
want
something
leaders
that
who are
you can
answerable,
subpoena on.
not those who can
I
sidestep
know
scrutiny
you don't
whenever
want to
it becomes
subpoena
inconvenient.
because you don't want General
Malema's
Mkhwanazi
words
to
were a
appear
clear
before
call
the
for
committee.
transparency.
When I spoke
If
in this
Mkhwanazi
committee
has
last
nothing
week,
to
they
hide,
were saying,
why
yeah,
fear the
why is
committee?
he attacking Mkhwanazi?
And
He's
if there
hiding
is fear,
something.
what
I'm not
does that
hiding
say
something.
about the
That's why I'm saying
integrity of those
Mkhwanazi come.
involved?
Even if he comes tomorrow,
These are questions
we
that
want him
resonate
to
far
come.
beyond the
How?
walls of
The South
Parliament.
Africans must decide whether they
Now,
want
while the
Mkhwanazi to
situation
come
is
before the
serious,
committee or
there's
not.
also an
It can't
element
be
of
when we're trying
political
to get
theatre here
Mkhwanazi
that we
as soon
cannot
as
ignore.
possible to appear before this
Malema is
committee.
known
It
for
means
his
we're hiding
dramatic flair,
something. That is
and
the
this
highest
moment
form
in
of
Parliament was
stupidity.
no exception.
We'll be bound by the
The way
decision of
he
the
addressed
majority.
the ANC members, the intensity of his gaze, and the pointed delivery of his accusations, all of it contributed to a scene that was as much about making a statement as it was about substance. For those watching, it's hard not to imagine the tension in the chamber, the whispered exchanges among MPs, and the silent calculation of what this confrontation might mean for future parliamentary proceedings. But beyond the theatrics, this incident exposes a recurring theme in South African politics, the clash between old guard protectionism and the demand for modern accountability. Malema's speech is a microcosm of this ongoing struggle. It underscores the frustrations of those who feel that certain political elites are untouchable, even when evidence or public interest demands otherwise. It is a reminder that democracy requires vigilance, and that robust oversight mechanisms are not optional, they are essential. Now, for a moment, let's think about the human angle. Members of the public are watching this unfold, and many are left wondering who is really in charge here. Is it the elected officials, accountable to the people, or is it the hidden networks of influence that Malema is exposing? This is where the drama of the moment becomes more than just a parliamentary squabble, it becomes a lens through which ordinary South Africans view their government and the state of their democracy. And then, of course, there's the ripple effect. When high-profile figures like Malema make statements this bold, it encourages dialogue outside of Parliament. Citizens, civil society organizations, and even journalists take note, asking questions and demanding answers. The very act of calling out the ANC in such a direct manner amplifies public scrutiny, shining a light on areas that might otherwise remain shadowed by political politicking. Now, let's talk about the humor and irony in all this, because no political moment is complete without a little levity. Imagine the ANC members in the chamber, squirming slightly as Malema names names and points fingers. You can almost picture the silent mental gymnastics as they try to reconcile loyalty to party lines with the uncomfortable glare of public attention. There's a certain theater in politics, and Malema is a master at exploiting it to make his point. It's like watching a live chess game where each word and gesture is a move designed to checkmate the opposition. But make no mistake, the seriousness of the allegations cannot be ignored. Malema's insistence that Mkhwanazi should appear before the committee is about more than just spectacle. It's about enforcing the principle that no one is above scrutiny, that public officials are accountable to the people, and that transparency cannot be a negotiable luxury. For South Africans, this is a vital lesson in the importance of holding leaders to account, whether they are part of the ruling party or not. So, what does this mean going forward? For the ANC, it is a wake-up call. The party must grapple with internal pressures to protect its own while facing public demands for accountability. For Malema and the EFF, it reinforces their position as outspoken critics of perceived ANC impunity. And for ordinary citizens, it is a reminder that vigilance is essential. Democracy thrives when the public remains informed, engaged, and unafraid to demand answers. Before we wrap up, a quick note to all our viewers: moments like these are why staying informed matters. It's easy to scroll past headlines or dismiss political drama as noise, but each confrontation, each speech, each committee appearance has consequences for governance, public trust, and the future of our democracy. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the latest parliamentary showdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more detailed political analysis, and leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of Malema's approach? Is it theatrics, accountability, or a bit of both? We want to hear from you. See you next time.